Good thing I checked.
Hi, and welcome to Live with Connie. Today, my guest star is the fabulous AJ with AJ's Personal Touch. How are you doing today, AJ?
Oh, I've had a busy day. I just switched, so I had live chat instead of top chat. But yesterday we had to go out of town for a doctor's appointment, so that's 4 hours each way. So we were on the road for 8 hours yesterday, and then I came home thinking I'd get something done, but fell asleep. And then today I woke up and thought we were going to go someplace, but our neighbor needed some help, so my husband helps her out when she needs it. And I have been trying to find a pattern for my mom for her Mother's Day gift. And I just had to pull out 3 tubs trying to find it. And I found 2 skeins, and I know I have 6. So I have to go through a couple more.
That,
Plus, I
that
made it. Sorry.
sorry, that yarn is beautiful. Go ahead and show everyone what the yarn looks like.
It's the Unforgettable Dragonfly.
That is beautiful.
Those are my mom's favorite color is teals and blues. So
Ooh,
I don't think she'll mind a little bit of purple in there.
I think she'll love that.
When I got it, I specifically, thought her. So I knew whatever I made with this was for her. I got a more pastel rainbow one for either me or one of my friends to do something with that too. But no, then I made dinner. Well, I made brownies with a swirled peanut butter marbly thing on
Ooh,
it.
that
And
sounds yummy.
then I made dinner, and as I was just telling Connie, my husband pulled both of them out for me, and then he's like, "Oh, I made brownies and dinner. You guys ready to eat?"
Yep, that
So,
was funny.
yeah, that's been my day though, just trying to get things situated after being gone all day yesterday and caught up with.
That's a long ways to have to go to the doctor.
Yep. And I go every couple months. There was a time
Ooh,
where we were going a couple weeks in a month. So like every other week, or it just all depends on what's going on with me and my chronic pancreatitis, and my specialist is down there. So whenever I say I have to go in for a procedure or something, that's where I have to go, is down to Indy. So we're kind of used to it by now. I think he can almost do it in his sleep, but I make sure he's not sleeping.
let's see. We have Roberta, Nicole, and Brenda that joined us. Hi, ladies. How are y'all doing today? And what are y'all currently working on? But yeah, not too much has been going on today. For me, I've had a bad knitting day. I'm trying to start on my second glove, and I'm for some reason I'm just struggling on that begin first row. And I mean, in general, I tend to struggle with the first row in knitting and even in crochet. But today it's been like way more so than usual, and I don't know why. It's like I just can't seem to get it right today. Um, But I woke up this morning. I kind of felt like my head was achy, and maybe that's part of it. I don't know. I've been getting headaches lately.
Yeah. I've had massive migraines this week for like 3 days in a row. So for me, it's when the weather changes like this and it just won't set on us. It's like, okay, either be cold or be warm. And in this case, it's supposed to be spring. So it normally happens to me for springtime, and when fall starts, I get it really bad. So I did get something exciting in the mail today, though.
Ooh.
Normally, I wait to open everything and show on my channel, but I could not wait because I wanted this so bad. I wanted it for Christmas, and then I had to wait because it was sold out. And then I had to wait again because when she got more in, they sold out again. But I got Tony Lipsy's Tunisian Crochet
Ooh.
Handbook. I am so excited. So I'll be doing a flip through of this for sure soon. And it's a signed copy, but that I'll show that too on the flip through. So.
I've been wanting to learn Tunisian crochet.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it.
That's actually one of my goals for this year. Hopefully I get around to learning.
I've made a couple things with it, but I still consider myself a beginner because I only know a couple of the first stitches. But this, let me tell you, she lays out, just from my flipping through it a little bit, the stitches, how to do them. She's the one who I've learned from the beginning. And I'm doing Jada's calendar blanket, which I've got my third square right here. And this one's the purl stitch. And I find the purl stitch easy. I mean, I had to learn it first, but now I love it. I can do it a lot quicker than the other ones. But she tells you like how to end the row and everything, where other people do it different. I always go by what she says, but she teaches you how to change colors and all of that good stuff in here.
Awesome.
Different techniques, and then how to like combine regular crochet in with the Tunisian. So she covers like everything in it. It's like really cool.
Sweet. So. We have Anita and Tyler that joined us. How are y'all doing today? And what are y'all currently working on? And Roberta's asking, how do you keep the ends from curling on Tunisian?
Well, basically you can't keep the ends from curling. They just do that with Tunisian. But by following a couple of the steps that Tony teaches, like doing the end stitch the way that she teaches how to do it, it cuts down on the curling. And I didn't realize how much until when I was watching the video of Jada when she got to the end of the second block, I think that we did. And she's like, oh yeah, don't worry about the curl of the burrito, she calls it. Hers was so, I mean, it was a burrito, and mine was like flat with some curl to it. So I would definitely, if you have a hard time with major curling, go and watch Tony Lipsy and see how she does just the end stitch. With that, it helps a little bit, but everybody's going to have curling. There's no way to get rid of that until you block it at the end. So,
see, I know with knitting, especially like if you start a project with like stockinette stitch or finish with stockinette stitch will curl on you. That's why usually patterns are written where you'll do border stitch for your borders. So that way it won't curl.
Right. And we put a border on each of these blocks, and she makes sure that we do it right away. And that takes off some of it, but there is still some curl to it.
And let's see. Brenda says she's doing well. She's just relaxing. And Nicole is finishing up a baby blanket for a friend that's due anytime now, hoping to have it finished before she arrives. Ooh, awesome.
Well, have fun with that. I just finished some it was about a month ago. Everybody saw it on my channel when I finished them. But I got pictures that I just got posted with the baby actually in the cocoon that I made and with the hat, because the mother, she was like, go ahead. I don't care if you post this picture. And I was like, cool. I was excited. He's so cute.
Let's see. Roberta says, I was going to do pot holders today, but a squirrel ran in front of me and wound up making an elephant. There was one time whenever I was in the Navy, I had a squirrel jump on me. I was walking to the galley, which is the cafeteria, and a squirrel jumped out of the garbage can on me. I was like, ah! He didn't stay on me.
See that happening to you, Connie.
Oh, like things that like normally don't happen to people, it finds a way to happen to me. Like, okay, I had just started a new job, and I was still in training. and I was working at a answering service. And don't you know, I get that phone call where someone threatens the cable company. And I'm like, I tell my trainer what the guy said, and she's like, "You've got to report that." So, like, we had to call the cable company, call the police. And it was just like, why does this happen to me? But I don't think anything ever came of it with that guy.
Well,
And
see, at least, sorry, go ahead.
okay. And I think like he was just venting because he was mad. But because the words he said, you had to report it because you don't know.
Right. Exactly. I get it. I don't get things like that happen to me. For me, it usually has to do with my medical stuff. I'm one of those people where things don't normally happen, but for me, it does. Like when I had a revision to my gastric bypass, and I ended up in the hospital for over 100 days that year, off and on, because I had so many complications and stuff. It was the running joke here with our support group that, oh, don't worry about the percentage, of what can go wrong, because Anjanette's taking care of it for all of us already, so they were like, okay, we feel better then, and then like they didn't find my birth defect until I was 40, 45, and just little things. And my doctors have learned how not to say, well, this usually doesn't happen and this usually doesn't happen, because as soon as they say it, it ends up happening. So it's like, please don't say anything bad.
That's like if you say that something's easy, it's like, don't tell me something's easy. It will no longer be easy for me.
Exactly.
Because, like, I know whenever I was in school, the moment a teacher said, "Oh, well, this is the easy section," don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Because it's like, I do, I was, do fine with everything else. The moment you say something's easy, it's like you jinx me.
Yep. It's kind of like geometry class. I could not stand geometry. I
Me
had
either.
so many problems with geometry. And I was the person the day before when we were going over the test saying, can we please go over this and this and this and this? And my friends used to get so mad at me because I would get an A on the test, but honestly, I didn't know how I did it. All I did was follow what I saw him say, but I still didn't understand it. It's like a proof. What am I proving?
I did
Why
not
are these facts? Because you tell me they are, okay.
I did not like geometry. And like I remember like in school, I would always ask, why does pi equal 3.14? I wanted to know why.
Because of the equation, it just does.
But it's like, where do they come up with this stuff though?
Well, who was it? Albert, you'd have to go back in time and ask Albert Einstein how he came up with that.
Let's see, we have Regina that joined us. Hi, Regina. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on?
And hi, everybody. I wasn't meaning to be rude. I haven't said hi yet, but I had first, when I came in, I forgot to switch it to comments from private chat. And I was like, oops.
Let's see, Roberta's saying, I've done Tunisia for years and had just accepted the curling, so I thought there might be a new tip.
No, just like I said, the most that I know is the ending part, and that's what Tony said. She's like, you do this and it can help a little bit with the curling, but not a lot. So.
And Anita says, I finished up a butterfly afghan that I started a few months ago and forgot about. Let's see. Oh, okay, I get it now. I was like, where's the rest of the sentence? Okay. I'd love to see your butterfly afghan, Anita.
Me too. I love butterflies.
And let's see. I'm still kind of sleepy. I had taken a nap earlier. Roberta says, I worked at Walmart and for 6 months, every third day, we had bomb threats. And then day shift manager were all upset because we didn't get the truck done. Yep.
All they care about is your work and if you get it done.
Yep. Regina's working on socks. Anita says, I'm not following a pattern, basically a combination of a few with some things added. Got the inspiration from Amber with Fostering Crochet. Awesome. And she says, lots of color. Roberta says, I was like that in chemistry. Always wanted to know why.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how my brain works. I'm like, why?
I'd ask him, why is, whatever the angle or whatever of a circle 360 degrees? Why is a perpendicular? Why is that 90 degrees? And it was always, why is this? Why is that? And they were like, okay, next person, next question.
Or just, why do we call things the things that we call it? Like, why is a chair called a chair?
Oh, I'd have to go way back in time for that one, hon.
Let's see.
My mom would just look at me and say, because.
Yep.
Just because.
And we have Samantha that joined us. Hi, Samantha. How are you doing today? She's working on a mosaic blanket.
Gorgeous. Hi, Samantha. And by the way, I wanted to let you know I did hear from Kaylin that you won my prize that I donated to her 1,000 her giveaways that she was doing on Sunday. I couldn't be there because I had a really bad migraine. So I will be getting it out to you, but it probably won't go out until Crystal picks hers so that I can just send everything out at once. So it makes it easier because my husband takes everything to the post office for me, and it just makes it easier for me to do everything at once.
All right. So now I'm going to let AJ tell y'all more about herself and her channel.
Oh, fun. Basically, my channel is just about me and crocheting, about I give updates on what's going on around here. I show what I'm making. I wanted to start showing some coloring, but I've been crocheting so much I haven't been getting any coloring done. Been trying to do more lives. I just hit 200, so I will be having a subscriber appreciation. I don't like to call them giveaways. It's appreciation for my subscribers, and it won't say a giveaway on it. So if you guys want to enter, you have to find which video it is. And I do that because I don't want all the people who just come on and search for the word giveaway and enter as many as they can. So I want to make sure that my subscribers are appreciated, and that's what it's for. So I will be having one. Hopefully soon. I had wanted to have it up and going by now, but like I said, I had 3 days in a row with massive migraines, and it's still sitting here just waiting to flare up. So as soon as I can get that thing gone, I can start doing things a little bit better.
Congratulations on reaching 200.
Thank you. I was very excited.
And do you have any whips or finished objects you want to show everybody?
I had a finished object, but I hurried up and taped before I went to Indy because I was meeting with my friend, and it was for her son. He had been in an accident and wasn't supposed to survive. And I made him a tablet/phone holder by Nikki's Homemade Crafts. She's the one who designed it, but it's gone because I gave it to her yesterday. This is my square, my third one in the calendar blanket with Jada and stitches. It's a Tunisian. All the squares are Tunisian stitches, starting with the simplest, I guess, onto harder. Um, and that's really everything else. I haven't really worked on here lately. I have I have a ton of whips sitting around me, but this is the only one that I've really been working on, trying to get this one done to start the next one. That, and I think, oh, it's being blocked right now though. The last Bago Day, not the last one that she did, the last one that I did. I'm two behind. So
So what would you say would be um what would you say was your favorite thing to crochet?
you know, Bob, sorry, my husband thinks he's being cute. He says buying yarn, but you don't crochet buying yarn. Um, my favorite thing to crochet, it used to be baby blankets. And now it's like my whole life is kind of opened up because all I did was baby blankets for always and ever. So I really honestly, when people ask me my favorite, I can't answer that right now because I'm learning so many new things. I love amigurumi. I absolutely love making amigurumi. Um,
That's
but then
another
again,
thing.
I'm learning all the different Tunisian stitches and stuff, and I may find that I love to make hats once I start doing them, with Tunisian, which I don't mind them, but I can't say honestly. Well, I don't know. Some I love, some I don't. If they're made like Bod does hers, where you have all the different stitches, and before I know it, the hat is done. I love making those, but with the ones that are the same stitch over and over and over, yeah, not so much.
See, I want to learn how to start doing amigurumi.
Oh, I love it.
That's another thing on my to-do list.
I can
it's
help. I can show you what I'm gonna make. Where is that? Oh, it's here.
it just all depends on when I finally get around to doing it.
For those of you who have kids who are into Pokemon, or if you are as well, I don't know if you can see this okay or not. I'm gonna make that's Mew for my daughter because that's her favorite character,
Oh, cute.
and she named her cat Mew. And I'm gonna make that for her birthday. She will be 25 on May 30th. So I got to get Mama's Day gifts done, and then her birthday gifts, and all of those will be part of making in May. So I need to try to make sure to get my stuff posted as I make it in May. If you guys haven't heard about making in May, it's something that Ambi Crafts Reads has thought up, and I need to post on my group. That's something new, I think, since I was here last time. I have my own Facebook group now. I
Awesome.
wasn't going to do that, but one of the things that I really enjoy is crocheting with people, and I really want to get my crochet with me going. And the easiest way we figured was for me to make a group, and then we can do a web chat in there, which we've done a couple so far. Kay's Crochet Haven, she comes in a lot. Kayla, sorry, my brain, I'm not good with names today at
It's
all.
Kaylin.
Kaylin, yeah. Her and I talk all the time, so her and I are pretty good friends. I do know who she is. It's just my brain. Um, she comes in a lot. Ambi comes in sometimes. Nadine, who's been on my lives, she comes in sometimes. So hopefully, I have had a couple subscribers also who, well, they're all subscribers, but who have tried getting in. And we're going to hopefully one of these days find a time that's good for more people. But I plan on just moving it around since I'm home and, other people aren't. I can move my time around to fit other people. So it helps me because otherwise it just gets really boring and depressing to be at home all the time.
Oh, let's see. We have Zach that joined us. Hi, Zach. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? And let's see. Anita says, that's funny you say that, Connie. I wrote a poem in high school called Why is a Clock a Clock? Why?
Oh, I just read what Roberta said. Roberta told me to tell your husband buying yarn is a sport, not a hobby, and crochet/knitting is an art. Yes,
Yeah.
my daughter tells me all the time that what I do is an art. I actually made her a wall hanging that she just loves that I made her for Christmas.
Roberta says Connie is going to learn gnomes. Yes, yes, yes. I want to make some gnomes. I wish I could find like more different patterns for them than what I have online though. Like I just want to go if when I finally make them, I want to go like crazy with gnomes.
There's a lot of patterns out there. Do you know Crystal Chronically Crochet? Have you ever watched her channel?
I don't believe so.
She's really sweet, and she's made a couple patterns. She just started crocheting like within the last couple of years, I think, and she's already learning how to do her own patterns, which even I haven't. Well, I guess I've made one pattern now. um but she made a cat. Sir Purrs a lot, if I remember right, is his name. Really cute. And she has a gnome that she put out. I can't remember the name of the gnome, but she makes her amigurumis big because she likes to work with worsted weight. So it's a good way to start with maybe some of her patterns when you get ready to start.
I'll have to check it out. And I need to check more on YouTube to see what YouTube has for patterns. But I know like Ravelry, for like the free patterns on Ravelry, I didn't find Ravelry had that much.
Yeah. When it comes to amigurumi, I find a lot of when it comes to my free patterns from the blog hops that they do. So, and I try to, when I find out about the new blog hops every month, do a video about what blog hops are coming up that month so that people can find them, because there's a lot of people in the YouTube community, and then there's a lot of people who follow blogs, but a lot of times they're separated, and they have, and people who follow the blogs don't know anything about YouTube, and people who are on YouTube don't know anything about the blogs. And then there's a small amount who do both. So I always try to tell about both sides when I can.
Awesome. Let's see, we have Kim that joined us. Hi, Kim. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? Oh, and one thing I did forget to mention earlier, if y'all haven't checked out AJ's channel, please go check AJ out. I have her channel link pinned to the top of the chat and also in the description box of this live. And if one of my moderators could drop her link too in the chat, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I saw Kim said that she subscribed. Thank you very much.
And let's see, Zach says, I'm doing good and I haven't been in the crafting mood today. Yeah, me and knitting hasn't gotten along that great today either. Roberta says, I need to send you my basic gnome pattern. That's where all mine start. I found where I think it starts off with the basic gnome pattern. It was a video tutorial, and then it kind of showed how to do certain things with the gnome too. And I did share that on my community page. I want to corrupt others to start making gnomes. I'm a bad influence. Let's see. Zach saying next Tuesday is going to be a rough day. Oh, I hope it's not too bad for you, Zach. So, how long have you been crocheting, AJ?
Wow. Over 40 years. I would say probably. I started when I was like in fourth grade. So maybe right at 40. I'm 52.
You
So
were young.
I started for 4 H. So I didn't have anybody in my family who crocheted or anything, but for some reason I saw it or had heard about it. And when I could sign up for 4 H, that's the very first thing I took was crochet.
See, I
And I
didn't.
took many other things over the years, but I stuck with crochet.
I didn't learn crochet until September 2020. And let's see, Christina joined us. Hi, Christina. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? She says Yarn in Pajamas does gnomes and she's really good. Does she have tutorials for the gnomes on her channel? Oh, Zach, I'm so sorry. Let's see. Regina says, I got a gnome kit from Annie's and it's knitting, so I'm waiting to do it. It's called My Name. Ooh, that sounds like it's going to be fun. So, what's the most challenging thing you've ever crocheted, AJ?
Ooh, challenging. I think the first Afghan to get it finished was challenging because that took what? I met my husband when I was 23. Took until I was 25. I gave it to him as an anniversary gift. And I started it way back in school when I was in 4 H. Actually, I got township with it. But if I had to think about the most challenging, probably the wall hanging that I made my daughter, because it was kind of like a combination of tapestry and different things put together, but not quite. So is how the designer even said. She's like, it's like a combination, but not, really one or the other. That, and I'm trying to do the mosaic crochet along, and I've gotten one strip done, the one with juniper and oaks, if anybody has heard of that one. So yeah, probably those would be the most challenging. I thought that a couple of blankets that I had done, like baby blankets and stuff, were a couple of years ago, but it turned out that it's just because I was on my pain meds and things, and I shouldn't have started them when I did, because when I picked them back up after thinking they were so hard, it was like, wow, this is so easy. And I had them done like boom, just like that. So
So, do you have a favorite stitch?
I don't really have a favorite when it comes to anything, because as I say, I'm still learning. So you never know. I have a couple favorites, when it comes to things, but I don't have like a true favorite
Yeah,
because I never know what I'm going to learn next.
I find a lot of things. It's like you have like too many favorites, or multiple.
Kind of like songs. If you have to think about what's your favorite song, I can't think of one favorite. I have too many of them.
Exactly. Songs, movies. It's like I have too many to list.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Samantha wants to know where you're from, AJ.
I'm from South Bend, Indiana.
But when speaking of mosaic, how you were talking about that earlier, that's another thing on my to-do list that I want to learn.
It's actually kind of funny because I've always said there's a baby blanket that I made for my daughter and I will never do it again because it took forever. And it was reversible, and I've been trying to find the pattern and I don't know what I did with it. Well, when I'm sitting here doing it's overlay mosaic, I don't know if there's a difference between overlay and regular, because I have never done, or thought I had never done any of them before. Well, it turns out that the baby blanket that I made my daughter was overlay mosaic. So I actually had done that years ago without knowing that that's what I was doing. They just called it, reversible. They didn't call it, mosaic. So
yeah, sometimes you don't realize, like in patterns, you don't realize that you're doing a certain stitch because like patterns won't say this is this stitch. They just
Mhm.
tell you, like, stuff like double crochet, two double crochets in the stitch, yada yada yada. And so sometimes you don't realize the name of the stitch you're doing.
Right. Well, and even I have a stitch book. I have a couple of them now, but I have one that I've had for a long time. It's an older one, and it has all these stitches that you can practice to do. And there, they say make a washcloth out of it, and they're all numbered. None of them have a name. So I'm like, okay, what's the name of this? What am I doing? But
I
none of
know
them have a name.
you would think they would have had a name for them.
Yeah. They were all, yeah. I was like, okay, didn't you name them? But like I said, this was probably back from, oh, when did I get it? Probably the early 80s. So,
All right, so I have some free knit patterns that I will be sharing with everyone today. These are all patterns I found on Ravelry, and I have the link for these patterns in the description box of this live. So let me pull them up. And the first one I'm showing you is called the CL Beanie by Cora. And this is what it looks like.
oh, that's pretty.
On my last live, I had worn a beanie, and I know Sabrina Melodeuce was asking about the pattern, and I said that I would share the pattern on my next live, and this is the hat, and there's other ones too that you can find, basically the same type hat, but that's what it looks like, and I love the style of that hat. And let's see, let's get to the next one. Oh, hi, Mitch. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? Let's see. The next one is a meshy, squishy toque, and this is by Williams Crafts. And I love the texture on this beanie.
That's pretty too,
And here's,
especially for a baby.
let's see if it says it's, let's see. It says small through medium large. So I'm not sure if, yeah, I think it does have baby size.
It just made me think of baby when I saw it. And not just because it was a pink and
And they do have
tealish, but
they do have a picture of it on a baby, so
mhm.
see, that's one thing I find. Like crochet, usually crochet beanie patterns has like all the sizes, but knitting doesn't always. A lot of times it doesn't.
I wonder if it's because you can get more stretch out of a knitting hat than you can out of a crochet hat. I mean, you have to make a particular size for crochet because it doesn't stretch as much.
I don't know because like I know, like I tend to like a lot of kitty beanies. But like with knitting, usually they're in children's sizes and they don't
Mhm.
have it in the adult size. And I'm like, I want adult size pattern.
Yeah, they're really good when it comes to that with crochet. Lots of beanies and things go from baby size all the way up to adult.
And I like that. Let's see, this pattern here is the Beanie Snowflakes by Alexandra Sakota. And this is how that looks. And I love how the stitch looks. I love textured stitches. And there's another one.
That's pretty.
Well, let's see
I
this.
love textured stitches too. I just get tired of doing the bean stitch or the cluster stitch and all the time. It's like there's more textured stitches.
Yeah, I want to learn a lot of textured stitches. That's something I really want to learn more. I
I
have
think
so much
that's
I want to learn.
sorry. I think that's why I like Tunisian a lot because it has so much texture to it.
I think texture is gorgeous. Okay, this beanie is the Thistle Cap by Liz Abernathy, or I know I'm not saying the name right. And look at this, another textured stitch. And then here it is in another color. If it hold up, there it goes. I think that's a beautiful stitch.
Yes, that is one of those that all you need is a plain color like that, and it's just a beautiful hat.
And I love beanies.
Do you? Do you?
Nah.
I figured that you make a lot of beanie patterns. So some of them I'm like, oh, I wish I could do that because I don't knit. I wish that was in crochet.
Eventually I will be doing it. I'm not that far off from doing it. I do plan to do a video tutorial showing how to make one of my beanies. Because the next one I design, I'm doing a tutorial on it. And
Cool.
it's going to show everything. Let's see. This beanie here is the Winter Waffle hat by Jennifer Demaria. And this is a better picture of it. And again, texture. And there's
Word
another
of the
picture.
day.
Yes. I share a lot of textured patterns that I find. So that's all the patterns I'm sharing today. And like I said, all the pattern links are in the description box of this live if anyone's interested in making those. And let's see. Midge says, Bagoday's new vest she put out yesterday. I take it that's what she's working on.
Cool.
And Midge says, Creative Grandma has lots and lots of really good crochet stitches, and she is really easy to follow. Yes, she's really good about putting out a lot of crochet stitch tutorials. Now, there's one that puts out a lot of textured stitches, and I can't remember the channel name, but I have them like all bookmarked. So like I can find them easily, pretty easily. I just can't think off the top of my head the channel name.
Yeah. I have so many like works in progress that I have to get done. But when I'm done, I want to take the 2 books that I got for Christmas. My friend gave me one, and then my daughter gave me one. They're just full of different crochet stitches, and then like try and do my own thing. Like I made my best friend, and I still can't get over how excited she was. It was just a little chapstick holder, a tiny little chapstick holder. And she was like so excited. And it was with the rest of her Christmas gifts that I had made her. But that's the one that she was so excited for. And I had made another one right after I made hers. And I just totally made it my own. And I put, put different stitches and everything. And it came out and it fitted the right way and everything. So I was kind of excited. I was like, cool.
Awesome.
So I think I'm starting to hit that phase where, I'm changing patterns and making them into what I want them to be. And from what everybody tells me, that's like the step before you start making your own. So
Yeah, because that's what I did. I would combine patterns and stuff like that, and or kind of change things up just a little.
mhm.
And I kept having people tell me, you should just find patterns. You can do it, and I'm like, I don't know. And so I started playing around, and I've gotten some designs done.
Cool. I think going through tech editing class helped me out a lot too, and started putting the bug in my ear of wanting to start doing some things. So, and don't forget, if you ever get that blanket done, that I will tech edit that for you.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I don't know how long that blanket's gonna take me because it's kind of like I work on it a little bit here and there, but
Mhm.
I haven't like been like really focused on working on it because well, this past week I didn't work on it, but I was working on it like one day out of the week.
It's better than none.
Let's say it's progress.
Right. Every little bit's progress.
Okay, so today I did some pickle trivia questions. You laugh, but you know how this idea came in my head for the trivia? One of my giveaways, I used the keyword as pickles. And like I got all these comments to do with pickles. Like a lot of people were saying they like pickles with peanut butter. So I was like, what can I do trivia on today? And pickles popped in my head.
Cool.
But it's really
I
not
love your trivia. So
it's
I
really
usually
not
don't know the answers, but
it's really not like it's really not about like the different pickles and stuff like that. But but it's kind of some interesting questions.
I just realized everybody can see my Eeyore when I drink out of my cup.
But one of the questions, I'm going to do this one first. This one has to do with a type of pickle. Um, and I found this question fascinating. Okay, in the Delta region of Mississippi, what type of pickles have become ridiculously popular with kids? And your choices are A, Cajun, B, Taki or Taki, Taki, C, Kool-Aid, or D, Dorito? And again, the question is in the Delta region of Mississippi, what pickles have become ridiculously popular with kids? And your choices are A, Cajun, B, Taki or Taki or however you say it, and or C, Kool-Aid, or D, Dorito.
Roberta, I'm with you. Dill pickle, final answer. Hi, Laurel, and hi, Frog.
Yeah, hi Laura Lee, hi Charity. How are y'all doing
Oh,
today?
Laura Lee, duh. Sorry.
And what are y'all working on? So what do you think it is, AJ?
I would think because of the region it'd be Cajun, but it's probably Kool-Aid. But I have no idea.
I thought this was an interesting question.
It is. I mean, facts that we wouldn't know. So, or maybe somebody knows, evidently, but
Now, Midge, I do plan to do a tutorial for a beanie, like a striped beanie first, and then after I get that tutorial seen about, that's when I plan to do like the next color work pattern that I want to do, and I plan to do the tutorial for that one too. Like I said, I don't know how long it will take me. I'm not the quickest at getting tutorials out. Hopefully, I get quicker with them over time.
Roberta says I was going to say ranch, but that's not on there. Fried's not on there either because that's a big thing. People like fried pickles now as an appetizer.
Fried pickles are good. Let's see, Roberta says, I have my sunflower square pattern written on my phone. Something happened and it got deleted. Oh,
no.
that's not good.
Hopefully, do you have a copy written down somewhere? So I always say good old paper and pencil Do it that way before you put it in the computer.
That's the one thing that bad about computers. But now they're better than what they used to be, because now a lot of times they automatically save at certain intervals.
Mm-hmm.
Where it used to not do that. Laura Lee says she don't even know what Talkie is. I think there's like Talkie chips or something. I, let's see. Charity says not working on anything right now. Just got home from church. Laura Lee just finished one basket. Now making one for scrap cotton balls and working on your alien. Aw, aliens. I love my little aliens. Okay. So the answer to the question, wait till y'all hear it. It was Kool-Aid. And I looked it up because I'm like, what is a Kool-Aid pickle? And basically what they do is they brine the pickles in Kool-Aid.
That's what I figured when you said Kool-Aid.
And like it I saw some pictures, and like you see like the pickle red. And it says like it kind of gives it like that like a sour type taste. So I guess sweet and sour.
My daughter might like that for as much as she likes her sour stuff. Ooh.
But I just thought that was fascinating. Laura Lee's like, you. Yeah, I don't know what it tastes like. For all we know, it might be really good. You don't know. I like the hot pickles. Hot pickles are good. Okay, the Takis, they're very hot, crunchy Cheetos. That's what Roberta says.
Okay.
Yeah, I hadn't tried them, but I know I've seen it. Okay, so the next question I have is the Department of Agriculture eats how many pounds of pickles a year?
Oh, just the Department of Agriculture?
I messed up the question. Sorry. The Department of Agriculture estimates that the average American eats how many pounds of pickles a year? And your choices are 7.5, 8.5, 10.2, or 3.5. And again, the question is, the Department of Agriculture estimates that the average American eats how many pounds of pickles a year? Is it 7.5, 8.5, 10.2, or 3.5?
3.5.
My husband says 3.5, so I'll let that be my answer.
We shall see. Let's see.
You need up here, baby.
Laura Lee says, I do a little hot except Cajun prime rib, which is way hot. Oh, hey, Meow.
You say hi. Say hi.
You look like you want to make biscuits.
This is Klua.
Klua, come see. Come back.
She's right here. She's just not in frame.
I think my two are sleeping right now.
She's my little co-chair or my co-host on my channel a lot. So,
Aww. Anita says, her sister eats that much herself for the pickles. Okay, so the answer is 8.5. B.
wow.
8.5.
I was thinking 7.5. So
I don't know why they have the choice 10.2. That's not like an easy number. Like, I wish it was like a half or a fourth.
Well, that may be why people may pick that one, because
That's what I was thinking.
because it's off.
Hi, Lulu. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? And thank you so much. Okay. So I guess we'll ask one more question and then we'll start wrapping things up. I think I'm going to call it an early night tonight. Let's see. Let me find a good one. Let's see. Which one do I want to do? Okay, I guess I'll do this one. I think this one's kind of interesting. In the Pacific Island, I cannot get my words out tonight. I'm sorry. In
It's
the
okay.
Pacific in the Pacific Island, natives pickle their foods in holes in the ground lined with what type of leaves? Is it A, banana, B, pineapple, C, coconut, or D, oak? And again, the question is, in the Pacific Island, natives pickle their foods in holes in the ground lined with what type of leaves? Is it A, banana, B, pineapple, C, coconut, or D, oak?
I would say a banana.
We shall see. Roberta says, I think we do more. I buy a supersized jar every week.
When I was younger, my parents used to buy pickles quite a bit, but once I moved out, we buy some. We have to be in the mood for it. Like in the summertime, we eat more when it comes to sandwiches and things. But I've recently wanted them for my sandwiches.
See, I think like my cousin used to buy those big buckets of pickles. I think she got them like from Sam's Club.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, pickles are good.
My
And
parents used to get the ones with the great big huge dill pickles.
yeah, those are good. So who drinks the pickle juice?
Not me.
I actually have drank it, will drink it. I mean, I don't do it real often, but let's see.
I think the only time I ever drank pickle juice was when my brother put it in a cup and told me it was something else. So, but I never intentionally drank it.
Yeah, I've drank it. I love me some pickles. Roberta says in Germany we had a store that had pickles in barrels. Ooh,
Mhm.
interesting.
And they're good. I've been there before and had a pickle out of a barrel. Very good.
So the answer was a banana. Banana was the answer. So, AJ, do you have anything you would like to say before we wrap things up?
Um, just look for me to have a subscriber appreciation soon. But again, you have to watch the video because it might be, I don't know what I'll put in the title. I can't remember what I put in the title last time. I think I said there's something exciting at the end or something like that. Um, so I'll be having that coming up probably within the next week.
Awesome, awesome. Y'all look out for that. And I want to thank you, AJ, for coming live with me tonight. I enjoyed
Oh, you're
having
welcome.
you.
And now I need to get you to come live on my channel here soon too. So hopefully look for that coming up at some point in time.
That sounds awesome. Sorry, hold up just a minute, y'all. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Better now?
Yeah.
Good.
Now, tomorrow morning, I will be going live at 9 in the morning Central Standard Time, my Coffee with Connie live. So I hope I see y'all there. Oh, Nadine just joined us. Yeah, I'm wrapping up, Nadine, but I
Hey,
am glad
Nadine.
I am glad you stopped by, and I hope you decide to watch the replay. Um, but yeah, I go live in the morning at 9, and I hope everyone has a fabulous yarny night and a fabulous morning. See, I'm getting tongue tied again. I, I don't know what it is tonight. My words just are not coming out right.
We all have nights like this, so don't worry about it.
Oh, I forgot to thank everyone for joining me today or this evening. So thank y'all for joining me. Jennifer's here too. I'm wrapping up, Jennifer, but I am glad you joined in. That you stopped by, and I hope you decide to watch the replay too. But anyway, thank y'all for watching this evening, and I hope everyone has a fabulous yarny night and a fabulous yarny tomorrow. Be the light, and bye.
Bye.